Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Harpreet. I'm a pharmacist by training and I've worked within the NHS for just under 20 years. Today I'm going to share with you one of my tools that I've used that has allowed me to work for the NHS for this long and thrive. But before that, let me just ask you a question. How many of you go home and take your work with you, whether it's mentally or physically? And how many of you will wake up at night thinking about your work? If so, I want to tell you, you are not alone. A good 50% of the population will take their work home with them. The chances of that interfering with your life starts to increase if you've got a professional role, if you're working longer hours, if the decisions you make have impact, high stakes, high pressure, that sort of stuff. We're bringing it home with us. But why are we talking about this? We bring our stuff home with us and we don't get that sufficient break to recuperate, to rejuvenate. It can be a key ingredient that contributes towards burnout. Now, I looked at a study from the NHS. It looked into work-related stress, and a good 44% said that they had work-related stress. So the question I asked myself was, okay, how did I manage that throughout all of the years? One of the things that I realized that I've been doing is a personal handover, and it's really, really simple and anyone can do it. Handover is something that healthcare professionals are very familiar with. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, I don't know what you're talking about, the handover allows that seamless transfer of information. So it's quite succinct, it's relevant, it's to the point, you've got that objective and subjective information that's in there. The next person can sort of hit the floor running with it. And I remember asking myself that question of, why don't I do this for myself? Think about it. How many hats do we actually wear? We wear our professional hat. You know, I'm a pharmacist, I wear that hat. I'm also a mentor and a coach, I wear those hats. I'm a yoga teacher, I wear that hat. I am a spouse, I am a sibling, I am a daughter. I've got all these different hats that I wear, and it's important that I learn to switch off and take one hat off, essentially, and put another one on. So develop this system of a handover to allow me to take that hat off, leave it there at work so I can go home and live my life without it interfering. I found that this method helped me significantly when I set up and ran my own clinic. I had a lot of responsibility, a lot of plate spinning, and I was always thinking about my patients and the processes and all the rest of it and all the things that you have to think about. So what did I do? What are my steps? 6 really simple steps. And my recommendation would be that to start off with, if you want to adopt this system, is to sit down, piece of paper, pen, write this stuff out. And once you've done that for a good 40 days, because it takes about 40 days to break or make a habit, I would then go into that just thinking about it, but definitely committing to doing this every day. So the first thing that I do with my handover process is a simple walk through my day. I got up at this time, then I had that clip, had that meeting, then there was that email. I needed to write that policy because it didn't get done last week, and so I missed my lunch. And then so I'm just basically going through my day. And the reason I do that is I felt in my career that often I can finish the day and I feel like I haven't achieved anything. Really important that you can actually see what you've done and you can stand back and think, oh God, I've actually done a lot today. And the second thing that I do is, and at this point I really want to go into the complaining mode. I want to complain about my day. I want to talk about what didn't go well. But I force myself to think about, okay, what went well today? And really try and, knuckle into that and find what went well today. It could be the tiniest thing, doesn't matter. Find what went well today. And then think about what didn't go well. And for me, especially in that role where I was doing a lot and there was so much to do, I always found that this part was a slippery slope where I would want to really start ranting about what's not going well. There's so much to do and there's so many issues and whatnot. But I would try and deploy those principles of handover, keeping it concise, relevant, and organized thoughts. So just putting it down, which really helped. And then after that, I would think about, okay, so what can I change and what do I need to accept? So I'll give you an example because I was reading through some of my handovers. I wrote down, I'm hungry, my head hurts, my feet hurt. I'm really annoyed that I've had to keep chasing up people to get the relevant information to see my patient. So in that 4th stage of looking at what can I change, one of the things that I realized in that, you have a headache because you haven't eaten anything today and you're not drinking enough. You missing breakfast is a you problem. It made me think about what I could change. My feet hurt. You don't need to be wearing heels. Wear some sensible shoes, which reluctantly I did. Communication with other people, not getting the right information allowed me to start thinking about systems. Now, what's really important here at this stage of the handover is that you're not looking for solutions straight away. Some stuff will just seem obvious, like if you're not eating, then try and eat earlier in the day and drink enough water and all that sort of stuff. But other things like system-based stuff, like communication between other professions and how you work, you're putting that question out into the universe and allowing your subconscious mind to start thinking about it. You know how when somebody tells you a joke and you don't get it straight away, but then you'll get it the next day? It's kind of like that. Your brain won't let it go, it'll keep thinking about it. So I found that process of looking at what I can and cannot accept being really important, because some things will start coming from me and things will start clicking. I'll be in a meeting and I'll think, actually, do you know what? If we do this and this, that could help with that there. So you start thinking about everything in a bit more sort of a strategic way. The fifth stage is gratitude. What are you grateful for? This can seem really difficult. Recognizing gratitude is like a muscle, and the more you do this, the better it gets. You're just sort of flexing that muscle. I remember talking about this at my yoga teacher training. There have been studies done that look at the change in blood flow to the brain when you practice more and more gratitude, and it's probably a paper that I need to look into because it sounds fantastic. If any of you know about this, please let me know, tag it in. I would love to read it. But I just think as a mindset from my own observation, it really helps if I start then thinking about what I'm really grateful for. For example, in that situation, although it's stressful, there was lots to do, I was really grateful for the autonomy that I have the ability to shape this clinic the way that I want, and that actually is a great gift. And then the sixth step is to give out positive healing energy to anyone that's coming into your mind. And this is really important energetically. So let me put this in context. If there's somebody at work where there's a clash, or there's a difference of opinion, or somebody's just being quite resistant to something that you're trying to do and you're trying to work around, it can be really easy for you to take it personally and your ego to get bruised. I think it's really important to go into work without your ego, because that allows you to put the patient at the center of everything. And the way that I've learned to do that is to send out positive healing energy towards that person. Because I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what their backstory is. I have no idea what's going on with them. And I'm pretty sure nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I know I'm going to be difficult today. You know, everyone's got stuff going on. And this exercise, while initially it will feel like it's against the grain, it can feel really odd to give out positive healing energy towards somebody who you know is not being quite nice to you, but it's not for them, it's for you. And I have found this to be such a healing process for me. I find that the next time that I see them, I'm not filled with negative energy. It's all just sort of neutral. I don't feel either way, not good or bad. I'm just sort of down the middle. And being down the middle allows me to put the patient at the center of whatever we're discussing. I think this is a really great ability that NHS people have, is that you don't necessarily have to get along with each other. Everyone will turn up and put the patient at the center of everything and work together as a team. And I think it's such a great asset to have in terms of team structure and how we all work within the NHS is beautiful. That sixth step is really important. Don't miss it out. So let's run through it. First thing you do is take a deep breath, and you will walk through your day. No judgment, no comment. You're literally just seeing what have I done in the day. You're then going to start looking at, okay, what went well? What was good? And then you're going to look at what didn't go well and be mindful not to rant too much. We're going to keep this stuff really constructive, organized, and to the point. And then you're going to look at, what can I fix right now? What do I need to accept? Then you look at what you're grateful for, and then you go into positive vibes only out to people that need it. Now, if you're in a situation where you're like, I love everyone, everything's great at work, give it to yourself. There's nothing stopping you giving that positive healing energy to yourself. And that's been my process, and I've done it every single day. And now I'm a pharmacist that works from home. I still have that process. I have this journal, and I write in here. I just write it down, exactly how I'm feeling. And I found that it's more important having this process when you're working from home, because you don't have that physical distance from home. Yeah, I found it really, really useful. If any of you would like this in a PDF form or in a book form, let me know. If any of you think of any additional steps that you would add in, let me know. I'm always looking to improve the system. If there's anything else that you do as like a little ritual that you do to leave work at work, please let me know. This is something that I focus and discuss on quite a lot with my coaching clients, is really looking into that work-life balance. So, and I've always got my ears and eyes open for any new technology, any new tools, any new ways of thinking. Please feel free to share. It's great to build that community where we're sharing practices that allow us to live our fullest life and be good, autonomous practitioners. So I want to thank you very much for your time and energy, for being here, watching this video. As a thank you, as my gratitude to you for watching this video, I have chosen a song that I feel encapsulates the energy of the video, and I'm going to link it down below as either a YouTube video or a Spotify sort of link. And yeah, allow yourselves to have 2-3 minutes of sinking into a song and just enjoying it. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you for the next one. Bye.